Dedicated to the Greek Sun-God Helios, the Colossus of Rhodes was built in the year 280 BC to celebrate a recently won battle against their enemy, Antigonus. With the help of Ptolemy the Savior, a friend of Alexander the Great, and a giant Greek fleet, the city of Rhodes successfully defended against a mass invasion that lasted over a year. The army was forced to retreat quickly, leaving many of their weapons and supplies behind. And from that bronze and iron, like something out of Game of Thrones, the Colossus was built. It was also said that the tower that was used for the siege was repurposed as a scaffolding. It took 12 years to make it, after which it stood tall at 33 meters, a modern equivalent of Statue of Liberty from her feet to crown. Now, you probably clicked on this video after seeing that there is some truth about the Colossus you may or may not know. Well, number 1. It might blow your mind to know that the Colossus did not stand with legs apart at the harbor. When you think of Colossus, you probably think of it straddling an entrance to the harbor, with ships going under its legs. There are many things pointing out why this would be wrong, whether it's from the fact that the harbor had to be closed down for over a decade when it was built, the bronze being too heavy to support such a stance, or even the stance itself being a bit disrespectful to depict a god. The probable reason why people think this is because of a 16th century engraving by a Dutch painter had the Colossus in this pose, so it was most likely an artistic decision. Number 2. The common misconception is that the Colossus collapsed into the sea when it fell, but instead it fell on land. The Rhodians at first wanted to rebuild the Colossus back to what it was, but the famous Oracle of Delphi had them convinced that the god Helios himself took the statue down in anger, and so the statue was never rebuilt out of fear. Still, even broken on the floor, they were so impressive that they remained to be a tourist attraction for the next 800 years. That is, until the year 653, when a Muslim general captured Rhodes, melted the bronze remains, and sold it all to a Jewish merchant called Edessa. Allegedly, it took 900 camels to carry all of the bronze that was melted, and Colossus was no more. But throughout the years, many people wanted to bring back the Colossus to its original glory. In 2015, a group of European architects announced plans to build a bigger, better Colossus, 5 times its original size. The plan was for it to have many interesting areas tourists could visit, such as a cultural center, a library, an exhibition hall, and a lighthouse, all powered by solar panels. Funded by private donations and crowdsourcing, it was estimated to cost a whopping $283 million. Ambitious as it was, as of October 2018, no plans were carried out and the website went offline. However, there is always an interest and we may see another Colossus stand tall in the future.